Alright guys, what's going on? Today I want to show you guys a simple tutorial on how to build like an easy outro using Photoshop. So the first thing you want to do is go on Google and type in whatever kind of background you're looking for your desk. So for me, I wanted a wood texture for my desk, so I just typed in HD wood texture. I found this texture and I decided to use this. So go ahead and save that and use that as your wood texture or whatever you want. Just type in, if you want a steel desk, then type in steel HD texture. The next thing you want to do is look up for a monitor. Now I just typed in monitor, you're not going to find anything. You can type in monitor texture, still not going to find anything. So what I did was I typed in monitor PNG, which you'll see me do here in a second. Because what a PNG does is it basically removes the background for you. So you're not going to have any background overlay. So if someone took a picture of their monitor, you're not going to have that background. It's just literally going to be a monitor with no screen, just like you can see here. So go ahead and pick one of those out and you'll be fine. The next thing you want to do is for the accessories, basically whatever accessories you want, go ahead and choose out. I decided to just do a keyboard for my outro in general because I didn't really want to clutter up the desk with anything much. I wanted it to be simple because sometimes less is more, if that makes sense. So here I'm just showing you guys what monitors you guys or keyboards you can go with, and once you get that, you're all set to go. And then we'll move in now to Photoshop. Alright, so now that we opened up Photoshop, go ahead and just hit new and create a new project. Name it whatever you want. I chose to just name it outro. And then you're going to want your width to be 1920 and your height to be 1080. I accidentally did it 1800. It's supposed to be 180, like 180 pixels. So go ahead and do that. Nothing's going to change what I show you. It's just going to be the background's going to be different. Next thing you're going to want to do is select the paint tool, like the can, and just make the whole picture white. So layer 1, make white, and then you can layer this background if you want, which is I think what I did. I just labeled it background. Next you're going to want to do is click the semicircle that's half filled with white and half filled with nothing, and go ahead and select gradient and then select the half black half gray. This will give you a nice effect for your wall, so it won't just be one plain color. And then what you're going to want to do next is minimize it and go ahead and drag the piece of texture that you want for your desk. For mine, I did the wood texture like I said previously. Go ahead and place it and by hitting enter and then hitting Control T to pick it back up, and then right click and hit perspective. This is what's going to make you able to lay it down. So as you see, if I drag it to the left, it's going to make it look flatter and give it that flatter effect. If I pull it to the right, it'll give it more of like still the flatter effect, but you just got to mess with it to make it look how you want to make it. And then go ahead and hit scale and make it smaller. When you make it smaller, it's going to make it look like the desk instead of this really far out stretched desk. So you just got to play with it until you get it to where it looks flat and looks like a desk, which is what I did here. So then the next thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and drag your monitor onto the screen, and go ahead, and you don't have to place it, just go ahead and start scaling it down to where you want it to be. I accidentally placed it. I don't know why I decided to place it, but it's because I wanted to erase the bottom first. So if you didn't just get a monitor, if you got a monitor with a scan, go ahead and erase the bottom like I did here, because like I said, I wanted the standing effect. If you want the floating effect, if you want it to look like it's standing on the desk, then go ahead and just leave the mouse there. But after that, I then hit Control T and I shrink it down to fit the wall. Now you'll see notice these purple lines that are on either side. One's in the middle and there's two on the outer sides. That tells you where the middle is. So I fit my monitor to fit exactly in the middle and on the edge. So that way I knew that it was a perfect fit. And once I did that, I placed it and I go down to my layer and I will copy and duplicate the layer. You're going to want to drag it over perfectly and it'll fit perfect, and now you have two monitors that are symmetrical and parallel and they look amazing. Last thing I do is go ahead and I put my keyboard on. This is the one I chose to do. I just looked up Razer keyboard because that's the one I currently use. Then you're going to want to select the magic eraser tool by just right clicking on the eraser and selecting magic eraser, and then just click the white. All the white will go and you'll just have a little bit left. You can still do the magic eraser and get rid of that, which you'll see me do here. But that'll get rid of all the white background so you don't have to worry about that. It's a really nice feature that Photoshop has. Next thing you're going to want to do is the exact same thing we did with the desk. Just you're going to want to Control T, right click, and hit perspective. Once you hit the perspective key, then you're just going to want to adjust it to where, pull it out to the right and you'll make it look flat, and then you're going to want to scale it as well, smaller. It just takes a little bit of playing around with it, getting used to, but once you get used to it, it's very, very simple. I was able to make these little outros in like less than a minute once I got used to all of this. I also used the right click and I hit skew because my keyboard looked like it was slanted to the right. Skew will help fix it if you drag it to the left to make it look centered, which is what I did here as well. So I centered my keyboard, got everything, and I erased the little, whatever that little cord was coming out of the keyboard to make it just look like a wireless keyboard. The last thing you're going to want to do is add your text. So for me, I wanted to do previous video, which you'll see me do here, and then I just did subscriber on the other monitor. It made it very simple and I didn't have to worry about too much because some people like to do 2 previous videos, some people don't like any previous videos, they just like to put like their YouTube and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. I just chose to do previous video and subscribe. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to copy exact layout I have. So once I did that, I then just minimized my thing and I actually dragged my own picture into it because I just wanted to showcase TwoMinds and showcase our profile picture, so that way I can do an annotation that says subscribe to TwoMinds, which you'll see in the final cut. So after all that's done, that's how you create this really easy but really cool outro for your YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Later.